My final note shattered my dad, he collapsed in tears. For the past year, things between my dad and me have been rough. He always expected me to be perfect, and every time I didn't measure up to his standard, he made sure I knew it. No matter what I did, it never seemed to be enough. Last semester I pulled off a 3.8 grade point average, but instead of saying anything positive, he just went off about how I needed to try harder, how getting a 4.0 was the only acceptable outcome, and how I was just being lazy. I made the all-league team for varsity volleyball not once but twice, and this year we got to the semifinals, but all he could talk about were the mistakes I made during the games. I've told him I want to become either a nurse or a firefighter, those are the things I'm passionate about, but he has never backed me up on that. He's great with my 2 younger brothers, and he's an amazing husband to my mom, but with me, it has always felt like he never even wanted a daughter. These past few months have honestly been the worst stretch of my life. I got accepted to the college of my dreams and committed right away. It's out of state, but I got a scholarship that covers most of the tuition, and it's the smartest move for me both financially and personally. My dad did not take it well. He is the type who believes families should never live far apart, so me moving to another state felt like betrayal to him. I told my parents I was committing back in January, and since then, he has been on my case every single day, calling me selfish, telling me I was a disappointment, making me feel like a complete failure. According to him, nobody cares about me, and I will never make anything out of my life. It hurts more than I can say to hear those words from your own father. For the last 3 months, it's been non-stop arguments. We've both said things that were way over the line. I even started thinking that once I moved out for college, I would completely cut off contact with him. At the same time, I'd been dealing with thoughts of ending my own life. That struggle has been going on for over a year and a half. It's like every day I've been trying to convince myself to stay alive while also dealing with a toxic relationship at home. I started hurting myself again. My right thigh is a mess. I wrote 2 goodbye letters just in case I ever followed through, and there were 2 times this year where I nearly did. Just last weekend I was right on the edge, about to set up a rope, but a friend called me earlier that day, and that one conversation somehow brought me back for a little while. I graduate high school next month, and I've been planning to check myself into a mental health facility the day after. I do not even know if I can hold on that long. I'm not in some crisis moment right now. I've kept my letters hidden, where nobody would find them. But last night, I broke down. I took one of them out and reread it. Then I left it sitting on my desk by accident and went to bed. This morning I left for school and forgot it was still out. Around noon, my dad sent me a message saying he needed to talk to me seriously when I got home. My heart sank. I figured it would just be another fight. When I got back, he came home about an hour later, walked into my room, and closed the door behind him. He sat on the edge of my bed and said he had come into my room earlier that morning to put away some laundry and saw the note. He had read every word. In the part addressed to him, I talked about how his behavior affected me. That is when he took my hand and apologized. He told me he had been thinking about it all day and that he finally realized how cruel and emotionally damaging he had been to me. He said he was sorry. Really sorry. Then he told me how proud he was of me. How I was a good example for my little brothers and how other people always said good things about me. I could hear the shake in his voice. He asked me about the self-harm and cried the moment I pulled down my sweatpants and showed him the damage. He broke down. Just lost it. Held me tight, cried hard, said sorry over and over again. I cried too. I couldn't help it. That was the first time he hugged me in over a year, and in that moment, I felt something I had not felt in so long, safe. I just wanted that one thing from him, for him to care. He kept holding me, rubbing my back, saying he would change, that he was proud of me, that I deserved to go to college and that he had been wrong not to support me. I told him everything, how close I had come to ending my life, and my plan to admit myself to a psych ward after graduation. He listened, and he supported me. Since he is an emergency medical technician, he checked my leg and told me that most of the cuts will fade in a few months, though one of them is deeper and will probably leave a scar. I told him I am not ashamed of it. He kissed me on the head, then went to grab food for both of us. When he came back, we just sat and talked. Really talked. No shouting, no guilt trips, no tears. Just a quiet, real conversation. We have not done that in 2 years. That is all I ever wanted. I want a good relationship with my dad. I have seen how great he is with the rest of the family, and I know how good he is at his job. I want that man in my life. He left my room an hour ago. I've been writing all of this down, and for once, I don't feel like I am drowning. I feel calm. I do not want to die. In fact, I want to plan a day to hang out with him. I really believe he means it this time. He is sorry, and he wants to do better. I want to give him that chance. I am still struggling. I am not healed. But for the first time in a very long time, I feel a little bit of hope. And just before he went to bed, he peeked into my room and said good night. I have not heard him say that in 2 years. I cannot believe I am saying this, but right now, I am actually happy.